Hey family, did you know that black love is revolutionary? That is more than just flowers and roses and romance. Black love, it resists, it heals, and it liberates. And that's what today's 10-minute workshop is going to be about. See, for too long, especially recently, we've had the battle of the black sexes, right? Men versus women. Women don't do this, black women don't do this, black men. No, 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 no. We're not doing that no more. We're not having that division, all right? 2025, this new dispensation, we are coming together, but we got to understand that black love is more than just romance. It's life-changing, it's revolutionary, okay? So we're going to talk about black love, about its survival, the connection, the resistance, and the legacy. So let's jump into it. Let's talk about first how the system has taught us to hate each other. Bottom line, why? Because if we are divided, we can't grow, we don't have unity, and we can't overcome the oppressor and the oppressive systems. Let's be honest, black love has always been under attack. Not just our relationships, but our ability to trust, to connect, and even love each other in the eyes with softness. Why? Because love between us, real, thriving, healing love, it's a threat to the systems that profit off our pain, right? So, of course, you know me, y'all always say, Angela, you're always taking it back to slavery. And I know that's not the precipice, but let's take it back. During slavery, black families were intentionally separated. It wasn't just so that the slave owner could make money selling a slave to someone else. They were strategic. This was business. They said, listen, if we keep this black man with this black woman too long and build a strong family, who knows what these people are going to do? The oldest trick in the book, and definitely that Satan knows, is divide and conquer. So, marriage between enslaved people, it wasn't even legal. Remember, children were sold off. So right there, that bond, that black love with the family, separated, dismantled. Then we had the welfare system later on. It penalized households with two parents. They did not give certain welfare benefits if there was a man in the house. Do you think this wasn't strategic, y'all? It definitely was. So what happened many times, and this again is way after slavery, but the government made sure that they would send social workers out to the house to make sure there was no man in the house. So many times the black man would either live elsewhere, right? Or black families just eventually said, look, let's just don't even get married. Let's just raise these kids. Division, set up. Let's talk about the prison. The prison industrial complex ripped fathers, brothers, and sons from the homes. Now, I'm not saying that, okay, because we have to be held accountable too, okay? Because if you're out here robbing and thugging and carrying on and giving the white man reason to lock your ass up, that's what these institutions are for. However, many times the sentencing is not just and is not fair to the crime. But that is another way that the black family has been ripped. Another way, the media perpetrates stereotypes of the angry black woman, the emotionally unavailable black man, and glorifies chaos between us. And many of you have fallen into that. And you have believed the okie doke and you perpetuate, well, black women are just mad. That's what some of your brothers say. And then some of your sisters say, black men ain't available emotionally. Come on, man. Instead of let's focus on, we are the only race that talks about one another like that. You don't hear white men saying the white woman do this and the Latino woman do that. We are the only ones who do that. Why? Because it was systematically set up in us to self-hate and to self-degradate and to darn near just put down. And that is sad, but it's not too late to heal. So, when we ask, why can't we get along? We got to understand. We were never supposed to get along, y'all. That was by design. But what's revolutionary is choosing love anyway, y'all. So we're going to redefine love as a tool for liberation, okay? Black love is not just about dating and marriage, y'all. It's about how we see each other, how we treat each other, and how we show up for each other in every aspect of our life, okay? If you are one of those self-hating black people, whether you're male or female, and you think that white ice is better and white rice is better, then you out here just always wanting white women or white men, then this won't apply to you. This applies to black people who truly love themselves. First of all, we got to teach these core ideas. One, romantic love. Yes, we need healthy black relationships, but not one is built, not ones built on survival. We deserve pleasure, honesty, and vulnerability. We got to have romance. We also need communal love. Love is how we hold each other up. We mentor each other. We share resources. We support single moms. We protect our elders. Then we need self-love, y'all. We need revolutionary love includes how we love ourselves, how we rest, how we nourish our bodies, how we speak to our spirit. This is something I truly had to learn. Another is intergenerational love. We got to heal the wounds between Black parents and children and raising our babies in truth, pride, and joy. Not raising them based on the plantation of how, oh, we just whip. So many of you all get pleasure in saying, I beat my child. No. Let me tell you something. And there are certain situations, I believe, and I'm not a psychologist, but there are certain situations where I believe, yes, you may need to apply corporal punishment, but that is far, few, and in between. If you use beating your child as a way of discipline, you are a lazy parent. I'm going to repeat that, Black folk. Because it takes time to sit down and communicate and talk to that child and say, okay, now why did you do this? And let's break down the consequences and what could have happened. You cannot be a lazy parent. You beating your child, that's what we learned from the plantation. The white man beat us into submission and subjection and fear. And so now we have passed that on to our children. I haven't, because I ain't beat my kids. I refuse to. I grew up in a household where beating was a thing. Hell no. It devastated me to hear my brothers being whooped like that. That's some bullshit, and I hate it. Stop beating your damn kids and talk to them. That's why your children, and especially our Black children, do not know conflict resolution. Because what you do, first time they do something wrong, you want to smack them upside the head, or you want to beat them. And then they, in turn, when they didn't get in conflict, they want to beat, smack, hit, and fight. Come on, Black folk, we got a long way to go, boo. But I'm going to help you. Follow with me, baby. Follow with me. To love each other deeply without fear, without performance, is to take back what the system tried to steal from us, our humanity. So let's talk about revolutionary love in action. Let's move from theory to action, okay? I'm going to name a few real life scenarios, and I want you to consider, what does revolutionary love look like in each situation, all right? Let's do it. Scenario number 1, a Black man is afraid to open up emotionally. What does revolutionary love look like? Think about it. He's afraid to open up emotionally. Why? What has happened maybe possibly in his life? Is it something from his childhood? Is it something if you're dating him that you're not giving him a safe space? Scenario number 2, a Black woman is exhausted from carrying the weight of everything. What does revolutionary love look like for her? Does it mean that sister many times you trying to do so much because you were told you got to be a superhero? Does it mean you have to keep going to school, getting all these degrees to make you feel good about yourself because you didn't get the self-love you needed as a young woman? Or does your man need to step up? Or do you need to choose men who are more emotionally available to help step up and carry the load? Let's talk about this. Black love examples we can learn from. Let's celebrate examples of Black love that broke barriers, rewrote narratives, and inspired us. Let's talk about Harriet and John Tubman, love that endured slavery and separation. Let's talk about Malcolm X and Betty Shabazz. Let's talk about Michelle and Barack Obama. Let's talk about every grandma who raised a generation with nothing but grit, prayer, and hugs, y'all. Come on, y'all. We Black people, we have it in us. No relationship is perfect. My husband and I have been married 20 years. Ain't nothing perfect. Things have come up. But what we don't do is quit. And we get therapy, we get help, and we heal, and we just move on. We got to make ourselves proud. We got to make the Creator proud. We got to make ourselves, our children, and our ancestors proud. And our love, Black love, is powerful, honey. So we will no longer perform love. We will practice it. We will no longer fear softness. We will embrace it. We will no longer see my brother or sisters as the enemy. We are family. We will love like it matters because it does. And Black love is sacred. Black love is strong. Black love is revolutionary. And you are part of it. That's it, baby. Look, if you all can love my workshops, continue to like, share, and subscribe. And hey, you can always give. Venmo me. Hey, it takes time to do this. But most importantly, continue to love one another. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. I love you, and I'll talk to you soon. Be blessed. Bye.